Alright. I think everything's all set here. Let's find out. Looking on the audio here. I think it's fine. I think it's fine. But not so fine is the fact that I will not be able to see your guys' comments in chat because it's going to be one of those streams again. YouTube, why are you fanning me like this? Well, anyway. Yeah, it may be raining right now in Kugane, and given what we had to go through the last time we met with Miss Lena Murala, we are having a lot of reasons to be feeling down the dumps because we have a family here that's trying to get the conclusion to their story, but a lot of bad things have been happening to them over the course of the time that we've known them. Hopefully tonight, when it's all said and done, they'll have the closure they need and be able to move on with their lives. So, with that in mind, greetings people of the world. Matthew back with you here at Novaura Autism for the continuation of Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV Stormblood Live, as we're here in Kugane with our Warrior of Light Corinne, as she's toughing it out here in the driving rain. But we're going to have to be doing a lot more than toughing it out in the rain, of course, because tonight is the final 24-man challenge in Stormblood. Following Rabanastre and Ritorana, we have one more place to go, so it's time for us to go and begin the process of taking that visit. So, let's go ahead and speak with Lena Murala for the level 70 challenge entitled The Path of Most Resistance. The worried look on Lena Murala suggests she bears grave tidings. Or not? Greetings and salutations, Corinne. I suppose you're wondering whether or not the good Genomus has finally determined where in the world our next adventure is to take us. Doesn't look like you have an answer. The good news he has. The bad news, however... Now, while it is not my nature to be a sensationalist, sensationalism is in my job description, so please bear with me when I tell you not all is right aboard the airship Lexantale. Something about Alma has me deeply worried. I would not trust this information in the hands of my publisher, let alone some sullen gate guard. Shall we continue our conversation on the Prima Vista away from inquisitive ears? I guess we can do that. Yeah, hey there, Minegumo. Please let us aboard. Or more rather, let us into the gates so that we can get aboard. In the meantime, hello there, Miguel, 10-Minute Wayne, Nate, Isabel, long time no see for you, and to everyone else that's just logged on. So, as we return to the Prima Vista, we see the Lexantale family and the two Mughals, Montblanc and Hurdy, in conversation. The question is then, where exactly did Ramza and his fellowship journey next? Don't worry, I'll get to you in a moment there, Emily. Ah, Corinne, to what do we owe this unexpected visit? I had not planned on summoning you for another several turns of the sun. Well, it's been 3 months. Actually, it hasn't been 3, it's more like 6. Yeah, we want to know what the status is on Alma. She's been out like a light for almost half a year. I apologize if we caused you any worry. I suppose one cannot allow a reporter in their midst, and not expect her to report what she sees. Though I did expect a tad more discretion from Miss Murala. Alma has of late been experiencing difficulties with her health. Convergence have been called upon her to discern what exactly it is that ails her, but as far as they can tell, there is nothing physically wrong with my sister. The consensus is the rigors of an extended stay in a foreign land have taken their toll on her fragile heart. So where does that put us? Well, as we turn around and look... Yeah, speaking of Alma...
Corinne, when did you...
But yeah, as soon as she sees Corinne, no sooner does that happen than she collapses. Yeah, Alma...
I'm fine, brother.
It is obvious you are not. You must return to your chambers and rest. Yeah, come on, let me help you up.
Forgive me. Perhaps we shall speak again once I regain my strength. Until then, please, look after my father.
Yeah, I can do that for you. Yeah. So, look of sadness over the brow. Now then, where were we? Ah yes, the matter of our next expedition. Yeah, shall we get an explanation on what you have in mind? As we discovered during our most recent foray into the Estesons, the Damascan capital Rabanasta appears to lie upon the ruins of what can only be the royal city of Lysalia, ancient capital of the lost kingdom of Ivalice. Shortly after, we stumbled across remnants of the legendary clockwork city of Goog, cleverly repurposed into a lighthouse overlooking the Reader on a cataract, remnants which now sit suspended above the fathomless chasm. Lysalia, Goog, what have they in common, you ask? I shall tell you. They both appear in my ancestors' account of the rise of Ivalice, the Durai Papers. And with each new discovery, this forbidden chronicle is now proving Ivalician legend to be more fact than fairy tale. There is no denying the proof, and it is but a matter of time before scholars and historians from across the realm come to the same conclusions. But as you are all aware, my aim has never been to simply prove the existence of Ivalice. No, I should not rest until I have revealed the truth of young Ramses' rule in King Delita's ascension, and cleared my ancestor Oren Durai of the false accusations made against him by the church. Yeah. Then what are we waiting for, or should we not see the Alma first? Well, Rams is taking care of her, so... Yeah, what are we waiting for? I have a possible destination in mind. Arriving there safely, however, is another matter. To that end, I have enlisted the aid of our company's newest members. And who might those be? Yeah, it's obviously not Ramza. Despite my pleas to do otherwise, who knows what trouble those two will see us into. Yeah. They're actually referring to our Mughal friends here. Though, I must admit, both Mont Blanc and his brother have proven more useful than I would have ever dared to imagine.
When it comes to usefulness, I'm first in the field. Or was it the furriest in the field? Would you like to feel my fur, Kupo?
Yeah, maybe another time.
And you wonder why Ramsa despises you so, brother? They do all the work and all you do is jest, Kupo!
Oh, but you are mistaken, Hurdy. I bear neither you nor your brother any ill will. If any further ill will, that is. If anything, I owe you my thanks for your recent contributions. Hey there, Elizabeth and Mira. Welcome to stream. Glad to have you with us. What's on your mind there, Lena?
His thanks? Are you hearing what I'm hearing? What happened to the venom-spitting adder we all used to know and hate?
I guess this experience has changed him?
Almost seems suddenly pleased with the change, but forgive me for not buying into this all-too-convenient transformation.
Yeah, not even Corinne is convinced. And what about our Aura scholar from Charlie and Mikoto? Simply showing the world that Ivalice actually existed will not validate the claims chronicled in the Durai Papers. That is correct, Father. The key lies with Ramza Bayulv. If we can find evidence of his hidden role in history, it will prove Orion's testimony true and safeguard our family's name from ridicule. Which is why I turned the focus of my research to delete his forgotten companion and his actions during the War of the Lions. It was only then that I discovered something most intriguing. An underlying struggle with an unknown force. A force with the power to bring about calamitous ruin. Yeah, what would that be? Auracite! The twisted abominations we encountered in both Lysalia and Goog, the Lukovi. They are born of these unholy crystals. While nobles of the north and south squabbled over Ivalice's crown, Ramza silently sought to rid the world of a darker evil. Evil manifest from the deepest desires of men and women whose minds had fallen prey to the Auracite. And with each confrontation did Ramza's fellowship grow smaller. Countless companions lost to a cause that would go unwritten, yet was far more important than any clash of armies. And so did they endure, until reaching their final destination, the Orbonne Monastery.
Oh, I know this one. The Orbonne Monastery is where Princess Ophelia was raised. There's a scene about it in the Zodiac Brave story. After Delita emerged victorious in his final campaign, he married the princess to legitimize his claim to the throne of Ivalice.
Ah, I see someone has been paying attention.
But I don't understand. Why would Ramza's crusade against the Lukovi take him back there?
According to the Dry Papers, the sinister being who engendered the Auracite was said to have slumbered beneath the monastery. Yeah, that gets some shock.
But who or what would have the means to create something so powerful?
Yeah, maybe Genomus knows? Ultima, the High Seraph. Yeah, there was such a being in Final Fantasy XII as well.
A seraph? What's a seraph?
Seraphs are believed by some to be servants of the gods, divine beings whose only purpose is to carry out the will of their immortal masters. As to whether or not Ultima can claim this title, however, I cannot say. Just as there were those who chose to worship Ultima and her otherworldly might, there were equally as many who feared the Visitor and her deadly magics, oft referred to her as the Angel of Blood for the carnage left in her wake. Yeah, maybe we can shed some light as well?
Interesting. What if the spell Kryn claims to experience in the Praetorium, coincidentally also called Ultima, was in fact an elegant interpretation of the very magics introduced to Hydaelyn by the High Seraph? But that would mean... What would that mean? I have spoken with several colleagues back in Sharlayan regarding their opinions on the ancient incantation, and while they have yet little to show for their research, they all agree on one thing. The manner in which Ultima ethereally manifests should not be possible, at least on Hydaelyn. So it would naturally make sense if we discovered that the elegance learned for the spell from a being not of this dimensional plane. As to exactly how they convinced the being to impart that knowledge onto them... Not of this plane? What manner of creature are we talking about here?
Hey Lou, welcome to the stream, glad to have you with us. And congrats on getting Tales of Vesperia. Yeah, and hey there Sid, good to see you making your cameo in this journey. Likely one similar to Omega. How long have you been listening from the shadows, my friend? Long enough. Yeah, long enough. I'm here to deliver the item Mikoto requested.
Sid, there was no need for you to deliver it personally. A Moogle would have sufficed.
A Moogle? And trust that he won't tear open the package and show it to some random adventurer? No, this was far too important.
If you two do not mind, the principal was about to tell us how to find the Orbonne Monastery.
Would that I could. Uh-oh. Why can't you?
You don't know? Then what have we been doing here? At ease, Lady Mirala. The Dry papers speak of a cataract situated on the river Zachel, several leagues southeast of Rabanasta. There supposedly lies the monastery. Zachel is not a name you'll find on any modern Damascan map. Rivers, however, especially ones as large as the Zachel is established to be, are rare in a nation more than half claimed by the Sand. The river we seek can only be that which bisects Golmor on the Nangshan border. And for that invaluable information, we owe our thanks to our brothers Mughal. Their travels had made them veritable authorities on Damascan geography. Wait, but earlier you claimed you didn't know the monastery's whereabouts. I'm confused.
Its location is not what concerns me, but perhaps the Mughals themselves should explain.
Why, certainly! That verdant valley of vines and vipers to where we must voyage next is home to the Vieira, and therein lies our little problem. The one thing the Vieira do not suffer is trespassers, not even lovable Mughals, Kupo! Our glamours keep us hidden long enough to see the jungle was teeming with ruins much like those we've discovered in Lazalia and Goog, but the Vieira trackers eventually found us and took us before their elders. We barely escaped with our palms, Kupo! So that is why we are still talking instead of bound for the border.
There are Vieira who spurned the strict code of their tribes, abandoning their people and come to live in the cities of Damascus. Finding and recruiting one to our cause might provide us with insight into how to reach the Orbonne Monastery ruins. Unfortunately, the nation's current turmoil has not made it easy to accomplish this task. We still require more time. Yeah. Whatever you need to do. Hey, Sid. Before boarding the shuttle here, I was stopped by a banger on the docks. He asked me if I knew a Corinne Loren, and bet I'd deliver her a message. I told him he was welcome to accompany me to the Prima Vista so that he might deliver that message himself, but the man refused. Alright. Meanwhile, Mikoto, I saw this device crafted to your exact specifications, but cannot guarantee that it will function as intended, seeing as I never had a subject to test it on. Yeah, it looks like a tusk slash fountain pen.
Of course, Master Sid. If any trouble is met, then it is most likely my design that is to blame.
Your confidence in my craftsmanship is flattering, but you sell yourself too short, my dear. Here's to your success. Good day. And so yeah, with Sid having played his cameo, he makes his way back out. Hey Jishuka, welcome to the stream, glad to have you with us. So yeah, let's go over and speak with Mikoto. Also, there is a quest we can take from the company bell, but we'll leave it until after we complete the current one. Since we have to come back here anyway. And it will require me to change characters temporarily.
I sense that you are interested in the package she delivered. I have every intention to apprise you of its contents, but first I believe we should speak of Alma's condition.
Yeah, what about it?
Do you not find her illness all too timely? Do you know Mr. Ramansa would like to believe that her bouts of vertigo are not but a result of my fatigue, but the answer is clear. It is the oversight that plagues her.
Uh-oh.
Alma recently confided in me that she would hear her father speaking with the Otius, well before even his first foray into Rabanasta. However, I do not think this is entirely true. which is not to imply that Alma is trying to deceive us. Rather, I think she saw something that led her to believe that her father was conversing with the Orsites. Moreover, I suspect that it was the Orsite itself that granted her this vision. You recall my hypothesis on distinct frequency NRR-type harmonic vibrations and the tendency to promote ethereal amplification? Or when I mentioned that despite being in the principal's possession for an extended period, the Otias exhibited none of the imprinting present in the Duma? No?
Well, it has been 6 months.
The Otias has never resonated with Genormus. It has always been his wife's pendant and its Orsite shard, the Virgo, that fueled his passion for Ivalice. No, the Otias is bound to Alma's deepest desires, whatever those may be. The only reasons I can fathom that Alma has not fallen victim to the Orsite's grasp is that her desires are not as strong as those we have witnessed in Argath or Bagamnon. That and the ethereal interference caused by the other nearby shards. I explained all this to Alma and recommended that she destroy the necklace, yet not only did she refuse, but she begged me to keep this revelation from her father.
And why would that be?
And so I did the only thing I could. I devised the means with which I might impede, or at least lessen, the effects of the Otius. This device, was still incomplete, would amplify the NRR wavelengths emitted by the Virgo. This should work to interfere with those emitted by the Otius, thereby shielding Alma from the brunt of their effect.
Oh, hey there, Mont Blanc.
The city below is all abuzz with word of a bangin' brigand loitering about the airship landing. Do you think it could be someone we know, Kupo?
Yeah, I guess that banger really wants to talk to us. So yeah, we gotta make our way back off the ship here. Oh, you want to come and join me, Isabel? Have you already played this dungeon? Because I actually did play it this morning with Mathia, which is why I did not upload the most recent 14 video. So anyway, let's speak with Bwagi, one of the last surviving members of the Banga.
Apologies, Corinne, but I needed to speak with you and you alone. Oh, don't mind me, Kupo. I'll just be floating over here in perfect earshot. Why, yo? What makes you think I won't lay you low right here, right now? Because we're here to offer you a proposition, that's what. We need information on the Golmore jungle and thought a man as well-traveled as you might be persuaded to provide some. Golmore! You of all creatures should know that as Viera land! What are you offering then? Why, the opportunity to tell us what you know. Genormus believes our next adventure lies beneath the jungle canopy. Kupo! I should have expected as much. Very well, Kryn. I came to ask if you would meet someone. Now, it seems that someone may be able to assist Genormus as well. Seeing as you and the principal did right by us before, I do not see a reason why I cannot take both of you.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and speak with Bwagi to see what he's talking about.
Let me know when you're ready to depart for Rabanastar. We will travel in our ship. The Prima Vista will draw too much unwanted attention.
Then you come with a vessel of your own? Then we shall go ahead and take it. Yeah, not much left of Bagamnon's clan. So we're taking the airship and heading off. Back to Rabanastar. Thankfully, combat will not be required. So, sometime later...
to a life of brigandry in the clouds, are we?
Of course not. Not that it didn't cross our minds, but when faced with the decision of what to do next, we simply needed to remember the dying words of our leader. Gijok, Renok, and I decided to re-enlist as Damascan Fusiliers. And how did you do that?
And the occupying guardians actually said yes, Kupo?
Not exactly. We're now with the resistance. Yeah, how'd you pull that off? You no doubt heard of the uprising in Damascus that followed the Domin liberation, and how it was crushed under the iron heel of the 4th Legion.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, all too well. The resistance leaders were captured, tortured, and publicly executed. Yet, much to the Empire's chagrin, the gruesome display only served to further rally the survivors. Remove 1 head, and 2 grow back in its place. Remove 2, and then there are 4. A person cannot die, but an ideal will live on. Now, there exist several factions throughout Damascus. We belong to one known as Lente's Tears. And when we told our commanding officer of our recent crossing with you and yours, she simply insisted that we introduce you.
Like, really?
Me? But I wasn't even supposed to be here, Kupo!
You tagged along.
Not you, hairball! Ha! Meet with the general and hear her proposal, Corinne. If you are not interested, we shall return you to Kogani unharmed. You have a...
Have what?
Could get your tongue? Rabanastas dead ahead, lads.
Well, good to know we made it back successfully. I wasn't even aware there was cussing going on in chat. Well, there's one thing we know for sure, the Minecraft trolls will not come anywhere within 100 miles of this stream. Yeah, we certainly had our fair share of them last week. So back in Rabanastre. Yeah, the place is still smoking.
This way, we've many realms to cover before nightfall.
It's that far, huh? Yeah. How far are we talking about? Yeah, eventually we go back to the Garum Scythe waterway. This, of course, served as the point between here and Rabanastre and Thessalia.
I've done as asked. I bring you the Liberator.
Yeah, as we meet the person of interest. Does she look familiar to you? How well do you know your Final Fantasy?
And here I thought she'd be taller.
Guess who?
I knew it! Aviera!
Not just any Viera.
I am Fran, proud daughter of Damascus and general of Lente's Tears.
Yeah, she's broken off from Balthier and now runs the resistance that runs down here in the Garum Scythe waterway.
And yes, Moogle, I am a Viera. Are you surprised? Why, yes, in fact I am. Her kind are all supposed to be living amongst the trees, having shunned contact with the outer world, Kupo. There are supposedly a few who have left their homes, but I most certainly did not expect to see one here in this sewer.
Hey Zero, welcome to the stream, glad to have you with us. Oh, they're having conversation?
Indeed.
This Banga claims you seek Orbonne. Does he speak true?
He does indeed.
Those ruins lie deep within the Golmo jungle, a place most sacred to my sisters. They would take great offense were you to defile it with your presence. What is more, Bwagi tells me you traveled with Galleons, openly aiding those who would see our nation burn. How can we place our trust in one who would do such?
Genovus has fairly defected long ago, or they are not your enemy, or my blade has tasted the blood of too many guardians to count. Let's stick with option 1. Because, yeah, we don't want to freak her out too much.
A Galleon is a Galleon. Their pathetic attempt at absolution only proves their past guilt.
Yeah, she had to deal with Arcadians, now she has to deal with Garleans.
You misunderstand. Kind Genovus does not approve of the Emperor's warmongering. He wants to help Damaska and its impoverished masses. Kupo! And what would a Mughal know about my people? Does your blood run Dalmascan red? We could cut you open and find out.
Do you really want to go that far?
General, there is no need for threats. You are right, Bwagi. Then let us parley. Parley? Parley. First, the resistance requires men. Men and women from the Eosian and Eastern alliances to join us in ridding Dalmasca of its imperial invaders. Your past deeds have made you well known to the leaders of both. They will listen to you, or if not, they will listen to these scions to which you claim allegiance. Second, the resistance requires gold. Gold to strengthen our forces from within. Your allies are in bed with the East Aldena Trading Company, which continues its dealings with Galamod even as you raise your sword against them, profiting from the Empire's rampant aggression. As targets of that aggression, I believe my people are entitled to a portion of those profits. Grant me these simple things, and I shall personally guide you safely to the ruins of Orbonne.
Talk about a tall order.
And what of the Luxentales? See me to victory and I'll take the Emperor himself. Those are my conditions. What say you?
I'll deliver your request to the silence but can promise no more, or promise me first my companions will see no harm. Well... yeah, not exactly good choices, huh?
Tell them my demands, but know the fate of your expedition hangs on how well you do so.
Yeah, very well.
I'd say we have our work cut out for us, Kupo! Bwagi, you and the Fusiliers are to accompany the Liberator. I expect a detailed report on how my demands are received. Yes, General.
Yeah, plus to see Fran aligned with Banga, that's also something that 12 did not really do at all. They were mortal enemies.
Not that I expect them to be taken seriously. You are a fool to trust them, Princess.
And so they go back. Yeah, lots of Fran love going around. Well, now that nighttime is fallen, let's go ahead and speak with Mont Blanc to complete this first quest.
What an adventure, Kupo! Just think, by tomorrow, we could all be the newest members of the Almascan Resistance. Not that I'm ready to give up my place on the Prima Vista just yet.
And so with that, we'll take our 1,262 gil for completing quest number 1. Stand strong and unified! Also, I realized I was not recording any of that. I just realized we weren't recording? Could have sworn I was. I guess I'll have to take the... I guess I'll have to just rip it from the stream when I'm done with this tonight. Yeah, I just realized my capture card was not turned on. Even though I thought it was. But yeah, I guess I'm just ripping from the... I guess I'm just ripping from the stream when it's all said and done. But it's okay, I have a way to do that. It just won't look in really nice, be exquisite quality. Anyway, there's something that I do want to do before we continue on, but I need, like I said, I need to make a detour back to Shirogane first. Yeah, there's something I need to get. I had Mathia get this earlier this morning, but I need to give it to Corinne because I got some for Corinne as well. There's something that I need to obtain. Alright, so temporary character switch. Also, while I'm loading in and making my way over to where I need to go, might as well take the invite. Because, yeah, Emily gave me one earlier, if that is indeed her. Hello there. Hi there, Emily. Yeah, I imagine it would be. Oh. Fair enough. Alright. Not yet, Trishuka. Yeah, Mathia has something that needs to be given to Corinne. And for that matter, he has enough that my next Warrior of Light also needs it. Yeah, thankfully, when I noticed that this was something that I needed, someone was generous enough on the market board to make a whole bunch of these. And so, definitely glad they did. What they're asking for is high quality bacon bread. So we're gonna go ahead and put this in the chests. We're gonna store all that. So Mathia's gotten what he's needs to done. Oh, she did? $400? Well, that's good. Yeah, I found them... Yeah, you'll understand what... For those of you watching the stream, you'll understand why this bacon bread is important. Alright, so Corinne will go ahead and take some of it. She's not going to take all of it. She only needs 10 of these. Self-talking? Oh, I'm actually talking with Isabel right now. Because she did invite me into party chat, so I'm currently talking with her. Alright, so Corinne takes 10. Now let's take it back to Kugane. I don't know what that is there, Chishuka. Well, you've played Final Fantasy VI, right, Emily? Or Isabel, rather? Yeah. Kappa basically looks... Yeah, basically the Kappa looks like the imp. Oh, okay. Oh, it is? Okay. Gotcha. Alright, now we're back here. Let's make sure we turn the capture card on this time. Yeah, it's okay, I can just rip the first part of the stream from what I did earlier tonight. I have a way of doing that now. Okay, so now it's time to continue on with the story, so let's go ahead and take on our next quest courtesy of Mont Blanc, with a challenge entitled, Welcome to Their Jungle. Mont Blanc is eager to return to the Prima Vista and report on your findings.
Hurry, hurry! If I don't tell someone of our adventure quick, I'll positively burst, Koopa!
Yeah, he's in a hurry to go. So let's not keep him waiting. But before we continue on with the main part of the quest, you remember I said we could get something from the Belle earlier? Or start a quest with her? Well, let's go ahead and do that now. She has a level 1 quest called Making Bacon Bread. Yeah, it's not making bacon pancakes. I'm sure a lot of you who are fans of Adventure Time were really hoping, but no, it's not like that. A quest from the company Belle. Hopefully this is not about bacon bread again. Well...
I'm sure you're aching to take the weight off your feet after so long and arduous a journey, but my husband seeks an audience. You must forgive the man. He can be a trifle demanding at times, but I assure you he means no ill.
Well, let's see about that. Hey there, dramaturge. It's been 6 months. You're not gonna make me go hunting all over for fake wine again, are you? A beacon built atop the ruins of a lost city, you say? I would so like to hear more of this latest adventure. But to do so, someone's refreshment would be in poor taste indeed. I shall send for an assortment of viands and a bottle of my finest. Then again, why send a minion to do the job of a master? Before stands me a woman in a class all her own when it comes to matters of procurement, as you so amply proved earlier. After decades of experimentation, I have found naught that save the freshest of freshly baked bacon bread can truly be said to complement my vintage collection. So, shall we say 10 loaves? And none of that day-old stuff. Only the highest quality will do. Understood? Yeah. This is why we needed those high-quality bacon loaves. Yeah. I imagine one with your myriad talents could procure 10 loaves of high-quality bacon bread without a second thought. Maybe sharp I should have asked for a score? No, 10 will do fine. 10 will do fine. Tell me, what is that breathtaking aroma? The bouquet of roasted grain and sweet cream butter, accented by the subtle tang of wood smoke? Could it be? Ah, it is! Bacon bread in a quality seldom seen outside the realm's most decorated bakeries. So armed we can at last celebrate the latest of your unparalleled achievements. A toast! And yes, the reward. You must forgive me, for all I have to offer these cracked crystals found on one of my wanderings through the ancient throes of Mok. If you do not care for them, feel free to throw them away. I shall not be in the least offended. Well, we can actually make use of these, especially the cracked clusters, because they can be exchanged for tier 6 material, which we'll definitely need. Plus, we can also get gathering and crafting tier 6 material if we so desire. Stand strong and do not fight. Now let's get back on the track and speak with Ramza. Oh yes, you do there, Isabel. You sound very similar. This woman asks much of us. Yeah, we've given her them the lowdown. The Viera have ever been wary of outsiders. For centuries their many tribes have remained hidden in the jungles, content with their self-imposed solitude. Each tribe has its own strict code and will meet swift punishment to any who would defy these laws. As such, many of Viera will spend her entire life bound to the territory of her ancestors, both unwilling and unable to venture beyond its borders. And while the tribes are wholly independent, they have agreed to uphold a single standard: shun all contact with the outside world unless it is to protect the jungle. That said, with every generation there are those Viera who long for life beyond the verdant sea of trees and abandon their tribes to start a new life in the kingdom's cities. My guess is that this Fran is one such individual. Yeah, straight out of Golmore. Or what do we call it, Eruit, because that's actually the name of the Viera village in Final Fantasy XII.
Who also happens to be the only individual we know who can guide us to the monastery? Kupo! It seems Corinne's sword arm won't be enough to see us through this predicament. She'll need to don the right mantle of a diplomat if we're to convince the alliances and the East Ordinary Trading Company to grant us aid. What could go wrong?
I'm going to imagine a lot. Yeah, Corinne's like, what? Yeah, and Lena's like, yeah, you can do it. Yeah, all of a sudden, Corinne gets a message on her link pool. Yeah, she was still wearing one. We sometimes don't notice that that's the thing that's actually happening, but it is there. And speaking of said link pearl, yes, I know you said not to call unless it was urgent, but this is urgent. Alright, not exactly, but my superiors have come to a decision on your request, and I thought you might want to hear what they had to say. Oh, and let me preempt any request for immediate disclosure, with a reminder that the information is much too sensitive to discuss over link pool. Meet me at the Ruby Bazaar post-haste, and I shall duly apprise you of their judgments. Very well. Yeah, gotta let everyone know, here's what's going down.
Well then, Corinne, what are we waiting for?
Yeah, we gotta speak with Lena before we leave the Prima Vista.
I read about how you united the whole of Eorzea under a single standard and convinced the Holy See to end 1,000-year conflicts. Compared to that, asking for a few soldiers and a coffer or 3 of gil should be a piece of Rolandberry cake. I suppose we should inform Borgi down at Kugane Landing of our progress. You mentioned he was to keep an eye on us.
Yes, we gotta go and speak with him again before we go ahead and visit with the people that we really need to meet with. So back over at the airship landing. Hey there, Bwagi.
So you've an answer from Eastern already. Impressive. It would seem the Lady Fran has underestimated your influence amongst the realm's players. I assume you have no objections to me joining you then?
I guess not. You are inviting yourself, so to speak. Oh, fair enough there, Isabel. No problem. Alright, so let's go ahead and make our way over to the Ruby Bazaar. And from there, we'll go ahead and pay visits to the trading company as soon as I can remember which direction I need to be facing. Because, yeah, we're not going in immediately because Lena is over here with Bwagi.
Hancock awaits us in the bazaar. Shall we, Corinne?
Yes, we shall. So off they go, and we shall proceed to join them. Hey there, Hancock. We meet again. Yeah. Hey there. And hello there. A lovely lady and a banker? And here I was expecting you would be alone, Corinne. Ah, but excuse my manners. I am Hancock, representative of the East Orbonne Trading Company, assigned to oversee her assets here in Kugane. It is a pleasure to meet you. At least they have the courtesy, right? So, what are you going to tell us? Well, we're going to have more company.
And I am Yugiri. We apologize for making you come all this way.
Yeah, and Totaru's here too.
Not that it's far from the landing to...
Yeah, we weren't expecting you to be back from action so soon there, Yugiri.
Bwagi, was it? I serve Lord Hien, rightful ruler of Doma. I have come bearing our nation's supply to your entreaty.
And
I am Totaru, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. I'm only here seeing as no one else could be bothered. Well, that and to bear a message from the leaders of the Eorzean Alliance. Thank you both for coming. I am Bwagi, formerly of the Damascan Royal Fusiliers. I now claim allegiance to Lentes Tears, a resistance group seeking to accomplish what you have in Doma and Alamigo. What tidings have you brought us?
what are they going to tell us? These are high demands that were made.
Allow me to begin then. While the Eastern Honor Trading Company sympathizes with your plight, we are not in a position to grant you the funding you seek.
And honestly, we shouldn't be surprised. Yeah, not good. And Bwagi not happy either.
As you are aware, the East Orbonne Trading Company prides itself in its neutrality, be it in matters political or personal. And what of our relationship with the Eorzean Alliance? Yes, what I meant was to say here in Hingashi, the East Orbonne Trading Company prides itself in its neutrality, be it in matters political and, yeah. Slip the tongue? You must understand our position. Simply supplying coin to any one group would make it appear that we somehow favor one group over another. Seeing as we conduct business openly and fairly with everyone, doing such would be sending the wrong message and ultimately harm profits. Yes. And selling to both sides, you maximize profits while good men and women perish. How convenient.
He was like, watch your tongue, little lady.
We are a business, milady. We do what we must to survive. That does not mean, however, that we are blind to the needs of the customers or our allies, which is why we support the Eorzean Alliance and their noble efforts to safeguard their realm's freedom through a mutually beneficial arrangement. If it were my choice, I would provide you a little resistance with all the funding it needs, but as my good friend Corinne knows all too well, it is not my choice.
No, that's up to Lord Lolorito. And what of you two, ladies? What do you have to say? Well, if this faces any indication, it's not good.
Well, now that Hancock's thoroughly lowered your spirits, you won't be as crestfallen when I inform you that the Eorzean Alliance will also be unable to provide any assistance. And let me guess, you did everything in your power to try to convince the leaders of each city-state, only to watch as they politely declined our proposal, claiming an unfortunate lack of intelligence or resources.
Ouch.
Wait, how did you...
Yeah, it's pretty much the same from over here, isn't it?
Lord Hien sends his greetings to you and yours. Having recently found strength through a newly formed alliance with our neighboring nations, Doma is open to further welcoming like-minded organizations. This includes our Damascan brothers and sisters still suffering under the imperial yoke. However, word has it that the latest attempt at reclaiming your kingdom ended in failure, resulting in the loss of countless lives, including many of the Resistance's leaders. You are not mistaken, our army is not what it once was. Those remaining have been forced to take refuge deep beneath the streets of Rabanastar. The 4th Legion has already defeated you once. Lacking unity and leadership, the current resistance will not survive another tilt against the Empire's disciplined ranks. If Doma is to join hands with Damask as an ally, you must first prove to us that you will stand as one. Doma as a fully fledged ally would serve far better to strengthening our cause than a few temporary soldiers. Yet even if we were able to wrest Damask from the Empire's grasp, without unity amongst your people, the resulting chaos could prove even more perilous to the kingdom. You understand much of our situation. And based on that understanding, you would refuse your aid to Lente's tears, am I correct? Do not mistake me. Lord Hien's refusal is but a message. A message to help you plan your next step. You have a wise master. He understands that without proper planning, driving one enemy from your midst simply creates room for the next. Lady Fran will no doubt be pleased to hear that your response was exactly what she expected.
What do you mean exactly what she expected?
You knew this whole time that your demands would be rejected, yet you still let this farce play out? You have my apologies, but this was all necessary to prove an important point to our leader.
And that being? Yeah, enlighten us, Bwagi. Yeah, they take their bows. And their leave. Yeah, so now what?
Lady Fran needed to show the princess just exactly what she was getting herself into, and your honesty today will serve us better than any hollow promise. Thank you. Wait, what about the Golmore jungle?
Yeah, leaving without that response? Yeah, now what?
Can you believe this? We're right back to where we started. Principal Genomus will not be pleased.
No, I don't think so either. Yeah. Until next time, Hancock. So having basically gotten the responses that she was thoroughly expecting to get, yeah, it's time for us to go back over to the airship landing. Thankfully we can get there a lot quicker. Alright, hey there pilot. Please take us back. And so, once back aboard, and giving the news to the Lexentales, if it is as you say, it is most unfortunate. But I suppose we did everything in our power, and that is all one could ask.
I still do not understand. Why would Lady Franz send Corinne on this wild Pysa chase if she knew from the start it would be for naught? Porgy mentioned something about Fran proving a point to their leader, whomever that may be.
Yeah, so now what? People in positions of power can prove both naive and stubborn creatures. Simply telling a leader she is wrong may not convince her of the fact. Seeing one's own plan fail, however, is often the best medicine.
Naive and stubborn? Then the resistance is doomed. If a person as imposing as Fran is taking orders from her, then chances are this leader is even worse, Kupo!
I would not be so certain, Mont Blanc. My guess is that the individual in question is still quite young and inexperienced, and that Lady Fran is trying to teach her to be an effective leader through example. By allowing her to make her own mistakes, Fran is granting her the ability to learn and grow from them, an experience that will ultimately benefit her when the time comes to make some truly difficult decisions. Now, I seem to recall reading that one of the many faces of the resistance before the recent quelling was a young girl of royal blood. Do you suppose...
You may cease here with your baseless presumptions, defector.
Yeah. Hi there, Fran. Who let you aboard? And you brought Bwagi too.
The door was open.
And you would be... Yeah.
I would be here on orders from the leader of Lente's Tears, against my better judgment, mind you.
Greetings, Lady Fran, I presume. I am Genobus Sen Lexentale, principal of the Majestic Theatre Company. You and your colleagues are most welcome on the Prima Vista. What is it your leader would have of us?
While you failed in meeting even a single of our demands, she recognizes that while you were sincere in your attempts to see them fulfilled, and for that effort, you are to be compensated.
How so? That is most generous. So yeah, how will Fran offer to compensate us? Well, by helping to show us where the monastery is.
The ruins which you seek are behind the waterfall here, a point roughly equidistant from the river's source and its delta.
You have our thanks, Lady Fran. We will not forget this kindness. Father, I shall plot a course immediately. Oh, and Alba is back out of bed again. Hopefully doing a little bit better than before.
Ramza, what is going on here?
We're advancing with the plot.
Alba, you should be in bed. I've slept enough, brother. Tell me, who are our guests?
Yeah, we can introduce them to you if you want.
It appears you once again prepare a leap into the dangerous maw. Keep your wits about you, Corinne. Lady Fran is strong, but then again, so is Bagamnon.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, what's on your mind there, Fran?
If you'll excuse me.
Yeah.
I'd say you're in more of a supporting role.
Fran, please.
Are you mad? A trip to the surface in your condition?
Yeah, Alma wants to go with us.
Listen to me, brother. The High Seraph beckons. She speaks to me through the Otius. The what? There's no need to worry. Mikoto and I have already devised a plan. I can help clear our family name.
The Sharlayan has no say in this. I'm your father and I insist you remain here on the airship. What will your mother say if I allowed aught to befall you?
Mother? That's what this is all about, isn't it? What it's always been about. You care not about the Evilise or the Orbonne name. No, you only seek to use the Orsight to bring Mother back!
Well, where'd that come from?
But you haven't been able to do that. You still do not understand how exactly it is that the shards translate one's desires into reality. That is where I can help. I can ask the High Seraph. It is she who created the Orsight. Ultima has bid me come to her place of imprisonment. If we free her, she will reveal unto us the secrets of her creations.
Do you hear what you're saying, Alma? Even if there was the slightest chance of bringing Mother back, we cannot risk your life in doing so. Yeah, what cost? Your brother is right. We have sacrificed too much already. I cannot bear the thought of losing you. Either of you.
It is too late.
Yeah, that's not good. Yeah, she's lost her mind. Is she about to join Bagamnon and Argoth?
I'm so lonely, Father. Why must you love Ramza more than you do me? Do not be cozened by your daughter's words, for they are not her own.
Yeah. Use that quickly, Mikoto. Use the fountain pen. Yeah, meanwhile, sucked into a portal.
Help me, Rams! Alma!
Oh, don't jump in after her. And she doesn't, but... Aw, man.
No! No! God's Farfand. I told you, no one can control the power within those shards. No one! Corinne, here, take this. It might be the only thing that can save Alma, but we must hurry to the monastery.
Yeah, very well then. Yeah, we'll take this fountain pen and hopefully put it to good use. Come, we leave for the Gormwall jungle now. Yeah, it's time for us to be on our way. Yeah, Ramza, what's going on?
Have I your permission to park, Corinne? Every moment we tarry here, my sister, she...
Yeah, of course, Ramza.
Then hold on. I've set engines to full speed.
Yeah, the chase is on. The Prima Vista embarks for its next destination. One that is of the utmost importance to get to. go. We've arrived. Yeah, we need to find a safe place to land this thing. So off we go. Yeah, lead the way, Fran.
Welcome to the land of my people. 'Twould be a poor lie if I said I did not miss it some.
Yeah, our path is set before us. Alma! You found her? Yeah, in fact, she's right there. Hopefully it's not an illusion. Yeah.
Ramza, help me!
Yeah, Orsight opens up a portal again. Yeah. This time Ramza isn't going to hold back and is going to try and pull her out. Alma! Come on, come on. Yeah, now's as good a time as they need to use the fountain pen. Yeah, here Ramza, use this. Be gone! And success! We saved Alma! Yeah, we got it. Yeah, the fountain pen worked.
Blood of the invokers, fulfill the ancient covenant and grant unto me the vessel promised.
Where's it coming from? And then, yeah, portal reappears and then takes Ramza. Yeah, we just got a trade-off. Yeah, we got back one Lexentale, then lost another.
Poggy to me, the girl is not well. Might I suggest we continue this back at the Prima Vista, Kubo?
Yeah, it's not safe out here. And with that portal popping up randomly, it's not safe anywhere. Corinne, what are you looking for? Oh, she sees someone. Ramza?
Have you the courage to face true evil?
Yeah. Is it really him? Or are tricks being played on our mind?
What are you gawping at? The ship is this way, Kubo!
Yeah, I think we better get off here. Especially since I'm not armed for the occasion. But that'll change. Yeah, that will definitely change. So back over to Genoma's to complete this challenge. But yeah, we're in a bit of a situation here.
Now Ramza is gone. Oh dearest Tia, what have I done? What have I done?
Well, what we've done is pretty scary. So we're taking our 1,408 gil for completing this challenge. Stand strong and do not fight. And now we're moving on to the next challenge that will lead us into our final dungeon, entitled The City of Lost Angels. Genomus is crestfallen at the thought he might never see his son again. See if there's that you can do to put his mind at ease.
We need to do something, but what recourse is left to us? The only means we had of protecting ourselves could not even prevent my son from...
Yeah, and as we watch Alma, hopefully we can get her to come around.
I'm sorry, Genomus. My design was flawed. Not necessarily, Shalian. We all saw how it succeeded in drawing Alma back from the rift and shattering the Ortius. The loss of the boy is not yours to bear. Our focus here should not be on our failures, but what we have learned from them. The being beyond the rift. It spoke before claiming Ramza. It referred to you as the blood of its invocers. Could it be your ancestors are responsible for Ultima's summoning?
Most certainly not! I've discovered no such inference anywhere in the Derived Papers. Besides, tales of the High Self existed far before even the earliest of Evilesian legends.
Then who exactly did summon Ultima, and why does she think them your kin?
Yeah.
Look!
Yeah, we got a glow.
I have a bad feeling about this, Kubo!
Don't worry. I do have the ability to use weapon if I need to. But instead, we're having an echo. Yeah, now of all times to have an echo. And who do we have here? Ramza dead? You lie about you carry yourself in battle, Orbonne. Oh, is this where we see that particular moment in history that they keep telling us about?
I did not say he was dead, my Lord Deleter, merely that he had abandoned his mortal vessel, entrusting his ethereal soul to the Oversight.
But why would he do such a thing? Peace has finally come to Evilis. There is not to be had from further sacrifice. The kingdom is won, and this victory is as much as it is mine. He risked life and limb to shield me from the dark that would have seen me perish. Without him, I would not be standing here before you. It is my duty as both king and colleague to see him saved. Knights, to me! We ride for Orbonne!
My lord, wait! Ajor Glabados, first of the Zodiac Braves, was not the hero the church would have you believe. He betrayed Mother Hydaelyn for the promise of coin and power, summoning forth a terrible evil from the depths of the celestial abyss. It was believed only one of the lands chosen, only a warrior of light, might stand against this threat. Yet while victorious in battle, Ramza was able to see the darkness vanquished. If failure was all that awaited our warrior of light, then what chance do you presume against any other might stand?
Are you saying I should do nothing then?
No, my lord. Ramza is. My brother's final wish before he surrendered to the Aether was that his name be struck from the annals of history.
Yeah, as you'll notice, this armor looks a lot familiar to the one that we've already been meeting. And dressed in a very similar way, too.
Alma, you're unhurt, but I was led to believe none but Orbonne returned from Orbonne. What is this you speak of your brother's wishes?
When it became apparent that we were powerless to truly defeat the High Seraph, we chose the only path left to us. To do what Hydaelyn herself did countless centuries past. Imprison Ultima. And as you are aware, my lord, a prison is only as strong as the seal on its gates.
Ramza sacrificed his body to ensure that the Angel of Blood would never again walk the land, and he believed that if people knew of his sacrifice, it would only inspire them to seek out the holy stones and repeat the mistakes of those come before. If you truly avouch yourself his friend, then you will honor his final plea.
Yeah, you can see how much this is hurting her. No! Ramza should not be forgotten. He should be raised up as a hero for his deeds and claim his rightful place at my side. Only he might be my knight gallant. He is gone, my lord. Yeah. He finally accepts what he knows to be true.
Before Ramza was your friend, before he was my brother, he was a warrior of light. He did what he did for Heidelin and for those who would one day too heed the crystal's call.
Ooh, you got a glow. And it happens to do this. Yeah. Claim the throne, my friend. Become ruler of Ivalice and restore peace to this war-torn realm once and for all. Yeah, it provides an astral projection. If only temporarily.
Wait, Ramza! Don't leave me, please! Please, I beg of you!
You will make a fine and just king to lead her. See that you do not stray from that path. He even gives you a smile before he heads off.
Ramza!
And all that's left is that one shard. And so, sometime later, the stones in these two necklaces, you are certain they will guide the heroes to of a new era to Ramza?
'Tis what Ramza wished, my lord.
Orn, I do not believe I can bear another farewell this day. Will you not reconsider my offer to remain as a member of my court? 'Tis a matter of time before the Cardinal and his temple knights grow wise to my past. I would not have my presence here implicate you as well. And thus... yeah, you can have this. Ramza beseeched me strike his name from history. But like you, my lord, I could not bear the thought of future generations blind to the truth. As such, I penned this chronicle of the hero's journeys. Good thing you did. I fear the word, however, is not yet ready for the gospel contained within these pages, nor will the church ever allow its circulation. In fact, I believe they will confiscate every existing copy and lock them away in their library.
And what better way for the words to remain forever preserved than in one of the most highly guarded vaults in all the realm? Then one day when the church has fallen out of favour, the chronicle will be discovered and the truth shall prevail.
I must admit, your plan is intriguing, Orin. But once the church learns it was you who penned the chronicle, your life... I think he's made peace with it. Yeah. Plus, I think that Alma is carrying something in there. Yeah. Want to take a guess on what it could be? And so... it's time for us to depart from this echo. Now we've certainly learned quite a lot.
Corinne!
Yeah.
was the echo, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. In fact, let's tell you everything that we just saw in it. Yeah, you're gonna be blown away by what you hear. The removal of Ramses' name from the history books. The dry papers, the pendants. It was all set in motion by Owen himself?
And if the Liberator's visions are to be taken as fact, it also appears we now know what the High Seraph meant by blood of my invoker.
Yeah, we know what that means.
She was not speaking of ancestors in the sense of actual kin, but in the line of those chosen by Heidelin to serve her as warriors of light. But then why abduct Ramza or even Alma? Unless there's something you haven't been telling us?
What would that be?
She was using us to lure Corinne. It is her vessel the High Seraph desires.
Yeah, thanks for coming back around there, Alma.
Matron's teats, Alma, how long have you been awake?
Yeah, let's all crowd around her as quickly as possible.
I've been a fool.
Why is that, Fran?
I told our leader that it did not matter if our request for aid was refused, for I had an alternate ploy.
And what was that?
General! It is alright, Poaki. My intention was to claim one of these order sites in the name of the Resistance, and use its power to lay waste to the Gallian occupants. Only now do I realize how flawed my ambitions were.
Yeah, Fran is one of those monsters. Perish the thought.
You mean this whole time you were playing us for fools? Why didn't we see it earlier? Never trust a woman with longer ears than mine, I always say.
Yeah. So now what are you gonna do, Fran?
You have every right to be angry, and I apologize for misleading you. But believe me, I no longer have any desire to deceive you and yours. I shall see you to the Orbonne Monastery and ask not in return, but that you let me join you in your rescue of Ramza.
Yeah, you really want to do that now?
Do not misunderstand me. I do not do this for any one of you. I do this for my people in both Golmol and Rabanasta. People who may die if this High Seraph is allowed to return to power.
Yeah. If that's what it's gonna take. And so now, the Orbonne Monastery is finally available to us. It's a pretty quick kill if everyone survives. In my run, I was gonna say if... Oh, cute. Alright, well, let me get everything rendered here first with my audio recorder, because it needs some time to normalize, because that was just a 46-minute bit we just did. Yeah, I'm gonna have my meatballs to start, and then if the time carries on longer than an hour, I'm gonna switch to the ginger salad and the shakshuka. Invites, you're on Leia right now? Alright. Okay, normalizing is finished. Alright, let's go ahead and get in queue for Orbonne. In fact, it doesn't even take that long, provided everyone answers the call. Oops. I did that already. We still need a tank and one more DPS to arrive on the scene. Yeah, usually when I get quick queues for this, it's too good to be true, but not this time. And thus, it begins. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And so now, the journey begins for the final 24-player challenge in Stormblood, the Orbonne Monastery. We take a few bends around corners. Yeah, we're not starting at the base of the monastery itself, we're starting from the airship. That's what we got for DPS. 2 red mages, got a monk and a bard in our group. I'm the only dragoon in this entire set of 24. Seems like black mages and red mages are the most prominent group here. 6 red mages, no less than 6. So yeah, as you also notice, the progress meter is a lot shorter than what we've seen in other places in the Stormblood raids. It's only a 6-step progress bar to get to the end. But that doesn't mean that stuff we're going to be doing is not going to be hard. This is the last 24-player challenge after all. And we're underway, taking on this trio of harpies. So passing stuff around, avoiding things like these blasphemous howls. Yeah, gotta avoid these scary eyes also. Alright, got past those. Now we have to deal with this ghost. Not only that, he has skeleton friends. If they would just hold still. Actually, hold on, we need to kill the ghost. Everyone's focused on the ghost. And I need to remind myself of how this goes. Yeah, there were some things in the fight that I did this morning with Mathia that I'm not really all that clear on. Especially a mechanic of the first boss that definitely left me confused. But it's no problem. First area down. By all means, there. Yeah, I imagine you would, of course. Okay, because yeah, I was trying to do that. I was trying to figure out how to do that because I couldn't understand where to make that happen. Because I was thinking that you were supposed to reflect that attack?
My name is Mustadio Mendoza. No card seeks with me.
Alright, so here's boss number 1. Well, it also depends on how many of us have are here trying to do this again. Whoa, Heater already lost a whole bunch of health by accidentally pulling. Well, we know what's on their mind. Yeah, he also likes to talk a lot in this robotic voice, too.
What's this?
He also likes to do wave AoE like this, similar to what we saw in Omega 11 against Alpha himself, or Omega himself, rather. Alright. Says nothing he can't fix, which means that we need to find proper spots to avoid getting attacked. Because, yeah, we got stuff like that going on. Oh crap. Okay, so here I need to take this away. And keep that away from people. Reload.
You shall promise. The promise won't save you from what comes next.
Okay, here's the mechanic that kept sending me back before. So he's standing over there, and he's gonna lock onto us. He's trying to look for the individual members. I was about to say, why is it not facing him? Because I was facing him. Okay, because yeah, I tried facing away from him as well last time, this morning, and I still died.
Just warming up.
Alright, reload everything. Try not to take too much damage. Okay, thankfully they're both on that side. Well, thanks for telling us no, you rarely miss.
What's this?
Oh! Whoa, he was facing the other way! Someone turned him around! Yeah, why is he not facing where he's supposed to?
Run like rats in the castle.
Lucky you there, Isabel.
Victory is not so close as you think.
Okay. I see people running over here. I will follow. Yeah, if you don't... Pretty much in this fight, if you don't know what to do, just follow people who actually know what they're doing. Oh, okay, it's not on me. Okay, he's doing this again. I see people running over here. And maybe running too far.
You're making this too easy.
Yeah, they ran too far. Where's it facing?
I see you.
Okay. Got the mechanic again. Now, where is he? No, no. Okay, facing away.
Let this be your final testament.
Finally! I survived that. That's a messed up neck. Yes. Careful of those bombs sustaining. But watch out for this. Stay on top of it as much as possible. Wow, that was close. Okay, getting through here. Yeah, I mean, other than that targeting mechanic, this part is pretty easy. I see everyone's running over here. That works out. So watch out with those. Oh, doing maintenance again. Where are you guys running? This is bad. Alright, I'm gonna stand with this pack.
You're making this too easy.
Making this too easy? Here's my rebuttal. Yeah, because we're doing well enough. I'd say we got this. Up. Oh, watch out! Yeah, pretty much forced to take the damage there. I literally had nowhere to go. Alright, deal with the energy burst.
I see you.
Oh, it's gonna get away one last time. Unless we stop him here now. Oh, where is he? I cannot see him. I'm gonna get shot. Okay, I got it.
Your final testament.
Yeah, he should be dead on the ledge, you're right. A few more hits to trip, hop him over.
Zodiac brave. With this, my journey can, at long last, come to an end.
Alright. After he gets everything he needed to say out, we're free to go. And we can help ourselves to the treasure. Something for a samurai or a monk, or a tank, or no, not a tank, a machinist or bard. And that was the easiest fight. Hey Elsanth, welcome to the stream, glad to have you with us. Yeah, we gotta make a long run through the labyrinth here. So we got the Brave Circlet. So that's gonna go to my Samurai. Time for the next boss battle.
The Beowulf youth guides your fate, but have you the faith to fulfill his legacy?
Let's find out. Yeah, because here we have Agrius. And this lady here has another mechanic that doesn't make much sense to me. What's interesting about this thing is that she has a prompt that you see in the corner of the screen. And even though I've tried to use it, I've actually died even when it's in effect. So, not sure how that works. Okay, so yeah, I cannot see what is
its
the
judgment swift and final, its bite as cold as steel.
Okay, so I took damage. Oh, so that's why I'm taking damage and died. So basically I fulfilled my role as a dragon quite well. Because I was the only one who died from that.
The hearts of men are black with corruption and must needs be cleansed!
Yeah, and it turns out we're the ones who have to be cleansed because our group's getting warped. Yeah, she'll always pick a group to get warped over to here to fight a whole bunch of random enemies like these. And we have to try and kill them all off as much as we can before things get really bad. Yeah, and souls here, they only need just one shot to die. Yeah, only the taintless souls need it that way. Meanwhile, the tainted soul in the middle got to us. Or got through, rather. Alright, so now that they've all been beaten, we're free to go. Well, hey, you guys got to see that, so something I won't have to repeat later. Unless we die and start over. But then again, might not necessarily be us who gets that mech. Okay, this is shield and stop. And take damage regardless. Got it. Was standing still. Didn't move.
The dreams of men are fleeting, yet they must be embraced if they are to flourish. Have you the faith to do as much?
No, whatever. It makes no sense. Anyway, now we have an rage timer. And given that most of our people are dead, I don't think we're gonna make it. Especially since we have to run from this. But unfortunately, my run did not work. Which means I ran completely pointlessly. We need to get this off. In fact, it looks like one group is struggling more with ours than us. Like, everyone's struggling with this. Which means we will be starting over.
Oh, divine light, send us from our sins! Gaze
Oh yes,
deep
please
into
do
the
that.
light!
And make us start over. Yeah, that was 1.2 million points of damage. Grab the shield and face the source? But that's the thing. I wasn't moving when I had it activated. It makes no sense. No movement was made. I was standing still. And you gotta face the... Well, we just had a drop. I don't know if this is necessarily better. I feel like I do not understand a thing. Like, I don't know who I'm supposed to face. Am I supposed to face her? Am I supposed to face towards something else? Am I supposed to... Like, I do not know. Okay, go ahead and keep attacking. Okay. Take the shield, do nothing,
the current of life we succumb.
And then...
Its judgment swift and final, its bite as cold as steel.
And then... Still took damage. As I knew I would. Didn't move anywhere. Didn't do anything. Used the shield. Still got hit. Because it's me. Nothing works for me. I can follow instructions clear as day, and yet it's never what anyone wants.
The black with corruption and must needs be cleansed.
Okay, so we're not getting our group's not getting sucked in this time. Group B is getting sucked in. Okay. Grab the sword.
7 shadows cast. 7 fates.
Now here we can
foretold,
actually use it on these Paladin.
Life, death,
At least
and
I'd like to
death
think we
alone.
can. See, I was trying to use them, but they weren't. It wasn't working for some reason. Yeah, you guys did see me attempt to attack it.
I call out to the skies and tremble as the brilliance of 1,000 bolts blinds mine enemies and tears their flesh asunder.
And then run in the middle. Yeah, this thing you didn't see while we were stuck there. Run. Okay, run over the shield, hit R3, do nothing, face the caster, take damage. Consistency follows.
Yeah. The dreams of men are fleeting.
I mean, you guys saw it on the stream. I was hitting R3.
Have you the faith to do as much?
Yeah, you saw what I was doing and what I was using. And you know what? I'm just gonna stay in here. Screw it. Yeah, apparently our group is the good group. Because yeah, we're gonna kill ours long before anyone else kills theirs.
Oh, divine
there we go.
light, send us
Past
from
that.
our sins. Gaze deep into the light.
Remains. Yeah, it's called being alive, Ilsan.
Let their words echo in your empty soul. Ruination is come.
Used it again. Doing nothing. Dying. So let's do the rundown. I clicked R3. I faced the boss. I stopped using actions. None of those things worked. And I didn't move either. Yeah, so that's 4 ways to make the mechanic work, none of which do.
On guard!
Let me guess, that's gonna also be wrong, and I'm still gonna take damage. Because at this rate, I have no reason to believe anything anyone says on that mech. Because it's all, to this point, been a blatant lie.
7 shadows cast, 7 fates foretold. Yet at the end of the broken path.
Anyway, someone get me out of here.
And death alone!
It's not looking good for Group C. Here's Golden Astron. Can't really go anywhere, can I? Not until now, at least. Well, our groups are doing just fine. We've been able to keep ourselves in this thing.
The cleansing light shall be your guide.
Will it really? Okay. One more time. Clicks the button, stops moving, use the shield, not moving, not facing, still taking damage. Square Enix, I should not say this, but Square Enix, fuck you.
They who dwell aloft have spoken. Let their words echo in your empty soul. Ruination is come!
Yeah, I'm not using the mechanic. Screw it. I did what I had to do and I used the triple limit break. There is no feasible way to dodge that. I don't know why Square Enix wants the Dragoon stereotype to be reinforced in this fight. That's not very respectful. Anyway, we won. Yeah, why is it I do everything you guys tell me and not a single thing worked? Yeah, because at that point I had just given up. I'm like, let's just move on. Let's go and kill some more bosses.
Yeah, exactly. So why doesn't it work when I try and do anything that you say?
You got that right. Well, at least we get a bit of a breather here fighting a whole bunch of minor enemies. But this is the last time we'll be doing so. Alright, down go the Night Stalkers. Now for their friends to be revived. Yeah, cut down the Dark Crusader, who really likes to run around a lot. Now there's this mechanic where it's basically Great Goo Ball Library. Yeah, basically had a Great Goo Ball Library Redux there. Well, look out. Nope, still up, still up. And we're still up. Yeah, you double wave. Yes, I did. Well, actually, we had, yeah, time limit being the end. But yeah, I actually, earlier today, what happened with Mathia was I got, no wipes on the first boss, one on the second, and one each on the third and fourth. So, actually, we did just wipe on the previous boss. Because yeah, we missed the enrage timer. All right, there we go. Past that wave of enemies, now to the next one. Yeah, now we gotta deal with a crazy thing.
Your coming was foretold,
like this.
servant of Ivalice. Or perhaps you serve another. I
Remember
am Count
Ozma
Sidolphus Orlando.
in Weeping City Mock?
Your
This fight
journey
basically works like
ends
Ozma's
here.
fight does. Yeah, basically this is all dependent on very precise moving. We're not going to get warped anywhere to fight some ads, but we basically have to go wherever the people who know what they're doing know where to go. I mean, I'm ready to go whenever you guys are. Been here, done it. Go where your people go. Go.
The hearts of men are black with corruption and must needs be cleansed.
Alright, so we're gonna see Doom effect take place here. Our party has to be fully healed before it's communicated.
I call out to the skies and tremble as the brilliance of 1,000 bolts blinds mine enemies
So,
and
over here.
tears their flesh asunder. To the current of life we
Head back
succumb,
middle.
its judgment swift and final.
Oh, no, no.
Its bite as cold as steel. Open your eyes to the darkness and drown in its loveless embrace. The gods will not be watching. Misfortune hangs heavy on a head once held high. Such is poor cover for when the heavens fall. Come,
girl,
show
okay, just
me
go too
more.
far. Okay, this is back off, I believe. Oh, it's not back off.
7 shadows cast, 7 fates foretold. Yet at the end of the broken path lies death,
It is back
and
off.
death alone.
Yeah, he has multiple moves with the same name on them. It's confusing to
live by
know
the
what
sword
they're doing.
is
But
to
yeah, I
die
do need to
by
remind
the
myself,
sword.
it's follow the
There
path.
is time enough for regret
but
in
our
the
path seems
flames
to be a
of
bit
hell.
scattered.
Honed is the blade that severs the villain's head. Endless is the path that leads him from hell.
Yeah, that's going to us. Oh no, he took it away. Oh, enraged. It's basically a race against the clock here. Just like it is in any rage. Up stack mech. Well, we all followed it, but some people had their HP too low. Yeah, but there's an opportunity to use no break. I'm going to take it. I still got hit. And I somehow died. Okay, then I guess the limit break goes to whoever gets first. Oh boy. Yeah, that was not going to work. And I have the stack mech on me. And it's like I'm not the only one who's struggling with this. So yeah, we are starting over. That one survives,
I have
but we won't.
called the god of thunder. You will now know why. Upon my
Enjoy the light
holy
show.
blade, the very world lies in balance. And now the scales will tip.
Alright. Let's try it again. Back over to Thunder God. Just I can have some water while I'm waiting. If any of you guys are ready, go ahead. Go.
The hearts of men are black with corruption and must needs be cleansed.
I'll keep him low.
I call out to the skies and tremble as the brilliance of 1,000 bolts blinds mine enemies and tears their flesh asunder. 7 shadows cast, 7 fates foretold, yet at the end of the broken path lies death, and death alone. Open your eyes to the darkness and drown in its loveless embrace. The gods will not be watching.
Back over.
Misfortune hangs heavy on a head once held high. Such is poor cover for when the heavens fall. Come, show me more.
Bring over this way. And we'll bring on inside.
To the current of life we succumb, its judgment swift and final, its bite as cold as steel.
How's that?
To live by the sword is to die by the sword. There is time enough for regret in the flames of hell.
Oh. Alright, got past that.
Honed is the blade that severs the villain's head. Endless is the path that leads him from hell.
Let's take it away. Oh wow, C is doing really badly. Well, that's not an issue because C took the majority of them. Yeah, that was too soon. I'm gonna have to stay in a stack mech too. Just to survive that. Yeah, I moved too quickly. Well, it's because they also had to deal with a whole bunch of people dying and not having enough people to answer the stack mech. Now we have people dying. Alright. Go find that other ephemeral knight. The 12 of us, or the 16 of us, are not going to outrun this thing. Alright.
I have been called the God of Thunder. You will now know why. Upon my holy blade, the very world lies in balance. And now the scales will tip.
Well, at least I can, at the very least, I can edit that out of the episode when I put it on air. Yeah, I can just say, after a second fail. Yeah, I'd rather just keep following everyone. Next.
The hearts of men are black with corruption and must needs be cleansed.
Okay. Doom counter.
I call out to the skies and tremble as the brilliance of 1,000 bolts blinds mine enemies and tears their flesh asunder. 7 shadows cast, 7 fates foretold, yet at the end of the broken path lies death, and death alone. Open your eyes to the darkness and drown in its loveless embrace. The gods will not be watching. Misfortune hangs heavy on a head once held high. Such is poor cover for when the heavens fall. Come, show me more. To the current of life we succumb, its judgment swift and final, its bite as cold as steel.
Don't touch that part.
To live by the sword is to die by the sword. There is time enough for regret in the flames of hell. Cold is the blade that severs the villain's head. Endless is the path that leads him from hell.
No, it's not on you. Waifu definitely took quite a hit though. Okay, this time we're all on our feet. Open it up so I can hit you. Oh, and avoiding AoE too. Over it. Oh, jeez. Yeah, that was just a bad spot. Yeah, you guys got this. Go. Whoa, look out with that. Okay, we beat it this time.
I have been called the god of thunder.
Now we get to see how it really looks.
You will now know why. Upon my holy blade, the very world lies in balance. And now
basically, he rips the field apart. He did.
Come, show me more.
One going this way.
A piteous display.
Running back.
Were you expecting a modicum of rust?
Oh, okay, it's over there.
You will find my defenses quite impenetrable.
Kappa tank died. Well, thankfully he switched to another tank.
Escape is not so easily granted. They who dwell aloft have spoken. Let their words echo in your empty soul. Ruination is come.
Whoa, that was close. Yeah, now we got this again.
Even the strongest of shields cannot defend the weakest of wills. A moment's hesitation beckons a lifetime of pain.
I didn't get this passed on to me, but I'm not really sure how it works. Yeah, as the monk found out. Alright, well... Oh, this isn't on me, though. Yeah. Thankfully, we could see where to go here.
You will find my defenses quite impenetrable.
Oh, we're doing much more than just making them prove that that's not true there, Thunder God. We got you down to a third of your health. Oh, join on this side. What, 4 people? Yeah, it is.
Hark! The screams of ruin rise above the storm's discord. Shudder not in her
over here.
endless cold.
Thankfully, I can reach out with this. Seems like everyone's trying to get over there. Oh, because of this. Got it. Actually, you're fine.
Come, show me more. Escape is not so easily granted.
Okay, and then over here. It's a lot.
Were you expecting a modicum of rust?
Ooh, yeah, take that far away from us.
You will find my defenses quite impenetrable. A piteous display.
We're all going this way.
Impetuous.
I'm almost inclined to use the... Oh, where is it? Where are they all running to? Okay, that's new. I didn't have that happen this morning with Messiah. Whoa! And now I am a long way away from my crew. I have not got the resources. Okay. I had the thing taken off me. Oh, got it off. I did. Anyway, we're about to finish this.
The clouds have parted.
There we go.
and the
There we go.
skies cleared. It is time I bade you farewell.
Well, remember this is week 1. Lots of people will not be familiar with the mechs. I mean, even though I got an opportunity to come here earlier today with Mathia, this is something that still gives me a scratch in my head. But anyway, we've made it to the final boss. As you can see, we've got our sight glowing. And it's going to be in control by this person.
Is it sanctum you seek, my wayward children? Or perhaps you are come in search of power? That which lies at your
that's a lot.
feet, that blessed bauble can grant you both. You need but when it's so. Now, take up your salvation and be gone. Mortal agency in matters divine shall not be suffered.
And now that we've gotten to meet the final boss, let's go ahead and confront her. So, say hello to Ultima. I'm probably guessing because they were here before, but no one got the successful finish. Maybe we can help change that? And people really want to get started.
You shall rue the day
Where are you?
raised your eyes to the heavens.
Hey, Wop. Yeah.
Kneel before me.
Whoa, run. Yeah, well, thing with this boss though is that she casts ice as an AoE and you can't get past it. It's impenetrable until she takes it down. So if you get stuck in it, you're in trouble.
Your very soul shall not escape my wrath.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I imagine that would happen. This. Ouch.
Denizens of the abyss.
Yeah, in other words, follow it.
I summon you.
Yeah, now here's the fun part. Brings back memory lane, as it were. Brings back a whole bunch of bosses who we've already confronted before, who gives a whole bunch of pain and sorrow to deal with, including the never stop flowing jugs of water.
Denizens of the abyss.
But she has more. She has a lot more.
I summon
Yeah. Brings back Bellius. Gotta stand over here. And then over here. While not getting crushed by those.
denizens of the abyss. From ink of
next up.
blackest night, I summon.
Next up is Banfritz, who of course has the fancy tower mechanic that he likes to cut down. Okay, I can see that one's turned to the left. Oh, but that one's turned to the right. Good thing I avoided that. Yeah, I was willing to take the holy 4 damage if I had to.
Your very soul shall not escape my wrath.
Going over this way. Don't worry, I found where everyone else was going. Yeah, at some point here, Ultima does something really fancy. Run! Come on, run! Yeah, take that as far away as possible.
Death awaits defiance.
Alright, enrage section. Yeah, fancy stuff. I do not have targeting on me. I do need to run over here, but I am going to be running through fire and water, and it will shadow me for all time. Oh, I need to run. Yeah, now the Thunder God returns. Yeah, now we got this coming on over here.
Bear your steel.
Yeah, now here comes the fun part. Yeah, she weaves her foul magics. Gotta run over here now.
Simmer does the light
Save
of
ourselves
life
from
that
certain
will rise
doom.
into the heavens in a cleansing conflagration of divine benevolence. Your sins, your soul.
And now she does this.
Done.
And our healers have to keep healing through here
You will not intervene.
until we get a mechanic appearing, which will be another enrage timer. Yeah, we'll see number breaks being used because we have no choice. They have to be used. Basically, we have to outrun the shield being shattered, and we did.
I am the only good.
Oh, we'll see about that. Yeah, such fury indeed. Yeah, our shield gets broken and flames come to try and lay waste to us. Means once again the healers must do what they have to do. And this guy comes and emerges from the lights. As we get make it swift, you are her only hope. And now this is what the field of battle looks like.
Few can
And now she's free.
endure the might of my will.
And rough. And she's completely healed.
Denizens of the abyss, from ink of blackest night, I summon.
Yeah, we only got it to half health before. And we'll also now have to deal with a little fancy AoE shift. Yeah, check that move out. And deadly. We haven't seen the most fun part of this battle in round
Your
2.
very soul shall not escape my wrath.
Alright, I'm gonna follow.
Kneel before me.
Oh, ooh, this is very narrow. And too narrow for me. Yeah, I got hit by both. I was like, oh, that might be a very thin margin. But yeah, I had nowhere to go there. But as you can see, we already have her down to 69%. And I'm already dead. Well, that didn't take long.
Denizens of the abyss, from ink of blackest night, I summon.
Yeah, up for 5 seconds. Yeah, like I said, you haven't seen the most fun part of this fight yet. Yeah, that's not quite it. It is scary, but that's not it. Yeah, and she likes to spam it too. Oh, really? Oh, okay. We do continue on. Oh. Yeah, this thing. A maze. You have to get through this maze. Try and also avoid AoE at the same time. Now, I'm in an awkward position because I'm basically at the start of the maze because of where I was when I was alive. And we have to run through this thing and try and not get killed. Because slowly but surely, the maze will get taken away, and anyone that's too slow is going to get swept up! Yeah, there's nothing I can do until the out of the action thing is done. Yeah, plus there's also that. Yeah, I would have showed that up in its entirety if I was raised in time, but you'll just have to basically take my word on it for what it was. I'm following you guys. Or maybe I shouldn't. I don't know. Oh, okay.
Your very soul shall not escape my wrath.
Okay, where are they gonna land? Oh, one over there. Oh, one over here. I'm just gonna follow where everyone else is going. And try, hopefully. Oh, jeez. No! Okay, this time I only got hit by one. Now basically I have to mad dash underneath Ultima to survive. Yeah, she's getting down there. She's past a third of her health.
Denizens of the abyss, from ink of blackest night, I summon.
Let's see how far we can take it now.
Denizens of the abyss, from ink of blackest night, I summon.
Yeah, time for mechanic shift again. Since it's a bookmark march, we need to follow it. Oh! I couldn't see where I was going there.
From ink of blackest night, I summon.
Gotta take this elsewhere. Ow.
I see.
Well, that's gonna set us back. And we're within 10%, so it's like most of our group survived. And I was just trying to keep it out of danger.
Denizens of the abyss, from ink of blackest night, I summon.
Yeah, am I gonna be just watching the rest of this? Because, yeah, I don't think anyone's gonna be near me to get me a res. Oh, well, there's one. But yeah, healer limit break now. Healer limit break right now.
From ink of blackest night, I summon.
Okay, it's this again. Oh, ow.
Denizens of the abyss.
Oh, not again! Quit sticking there right where we need to be attacking! Come on, we're so close. Oh, I held on by 86 points! Oh, jeez!
From ink of blackest night,
or at least I did. Is this gonna come down to a paladin and an astrologian? It does. We got it. We got through.
I am your mother. I am your maker. I am Evilise. Consign me unto darkness, and your light will be forever lost.
Yeah, can you do me a favor there, Ultima? And just go boom. And there it is. By the skin of our teeth, we've done it. First try to get Ultima at least. But there we go. Orbonne is done, and so is the Zodiac Brave story challenges. Now that a new day is done, should we get on our feet? We got banished to the start. Thought they got rid of that. Oh, a 94. You know, I'm not going to get that good of a roll for Ramza or the music. So yeah, let's run back in here. And at the very least, cross the finish line. Yeah, at the very least, cross the finish line. And see that we did indeed do just that. Yeah, we'll give them time to roll for everything. I know that I'm highly likely to leave with an Ultima card. Of course, I already got a piece of gear, so I can't get more until next week. And there it is. And I can't pay for the remaining gear, so since there's nothing else we can obtain, we'll go ahead and just be on our way. And so, after our narrow victory... Hey, we found Ramza! Yeah, lying amongst all these chunks of orsite? Yeah, and Fran and Mont Blanc also coming in to give us a hand. Yeah, you alright, man?
He's awake, Kupo! But is it truly him?
I hope so. Gives us the nod of approval.
Thank you. Thank you all for coming to my aid.
Well, we would have done it even if it was, no matter if it was you, your sister, or even your father. What do you see? Yeah, turn around, Corinne. Someone's joined us. It's a ghost. But not just any ghost. Hello there, Ramza.
You have my thanks, noble warrior of light. You have achieved what I could not. And you, bearers of my blood and the blood of House Durai, thank you for seeing my final wish fulfilled.
It's amazing how much they look alike. Yeah, and this Ramza is not alone either. You know, all of his fallen comrades now also come to join him too. My sacrifice has finally been given meaning. Yeah. Not only is it these guys, but there's more people and even a chocobo. And look at all these guys. Now, my friends, let us retire to Mother Heidelind's bosom that we may finally rest. And so away they go. Yeah, even Oren. I thought you were gonna go join them. Well, I guess you still have to say goodbye. Farewell. You are the true heroes of this story. Yeah, like, wait, there's still so much I want to ask you. But yeah, he's reunited with Delita. Yeah. Delita, how I've missed you, old friend. Why so sad? Forgive me, Ramza. You deserve better than what history gave you. I could have done more. I'm truly sorry. Yeah, there's Oren, and there's Alma too. These countless centuries that I long for the day that we might meet once again. And now that time has finally come. Heidelin beckons us both. Yeah. Put it there. There you go. Yeah, everyone can smile. Wow, Ramza actually sheds a tear. Yeah, and Corinne definitely noticed. Like, I just got something in my eye. And so, we made it back to the Prima Vista. And that means we don't have to battle anymore. Yeah, let's slip into something a little more casual, although this doesn't necessarily qualify as such. Hey Genomus, it's been a while. Yeah, now that the family is all back together again. I'm so sorry, Ramza. Alma, I convinced myself my research was the most important thing in my life. All the while you two were standing before me. Can you find it in your hearts to forgive your father? And I was like, no need.
It's alright. We're still here, are we not?
And we triumphed. We proved your theory true. Evilise existed, Ramza existed, and Orendurai was not a heretic but a hero. Now all that remains is to tell the world. No, my son, we needn't burden ourselves further. What? But father, we cannot allow our ancestors' name to remain... And we will not. Yet, simply not in the manner you think. I shall be adding a final act to the Zodiac Brave story, telling of how Ramza, the forgotten hero, and its chronicler, Orendurai, smote the Angel of Blood and saved Evilise from an age of darkness, before quietly embarking on a final journey that would take them far beyond the horizon. And of course, I shall not leave out those nameless heroes who fought alongside Ramza, without whom the young noble would have surely perished.
Is that what you truly want, Father? For the story to end?
It will only end on the stage, my dear, and live on in the hearts of the crowd. King Delita and Orin envisioned the Virgo as a beacon which would lead future generations to the truth about the founding of their kingdom. They were right, and just as the pendants guided us, we shall now guide the masses through our play. And now you see, my son. Yeah, we have reason to be smiling. I would offer you my thanks again, Kryn, but thanks are not nearly enough to express my gratitude for all you have given us. Perhaps after I complete the Zodiac Brave story, I shall pen a tale about the legendary Warrior of Light and her adventures across the 3 great continents. Well, she has covered a lot of real estate. Then you'll have your work cut out for you, my friend. Kryn has enough battles under her belt to fill at least 3 terms, if not 4.
Would you stop doing that, Sid?
And her tale is far from over, isn't it? Yeah, she still has a little more main story to do, plus there's still the 4 lords to take care of. That still has to be finished. And so, later that night on the Prima Vista... Yeah, they were not kidding when they said it was a theater ship. Look how much grandstands there are. Look how many there are. And we barely scratched the surface with myself, Sid, and the other girls as well. Alright, this is our final dress rehearsal for the night. Make it count. Positions, everyone. Yes, Principal. Lights, music. There'll be no more mistakes from you two, am I clear?
Mother crystal clear, Kupo! They're going to perform the new final act.
Yeah, let's see how it's gonna look. Begin! Yeah, lights, and then turn the back on.
Whatever will we do? The church has branded us heretics. No home awaits us in Evilise.
We shall embark on a journey together.
Together?
Together. The crystal's call has been answered and evil vanquished from the land. We are now free to soar like the griffin.
Free? But how?
By casting off our noble names and forging a new path, one not bound by fate. And on that path we shall meet new friends, make a new family. And unto them we shall entrust the true tale of our deeds, that they may carry on our legacy for all eternity.
Sword in hand, a warrior clutches stone to breast.
In sword etched he his fading memories.
In stone he tempered his skill.
By sword attested, by stone revealed. Their tale can now be told! Yeah.
Bravo! Bravo! You were both wonderful!
Yeah, let's join in on the applause. I'm inclined to agree with the Lady Miralaw's sentiments, but there is always room for improvement. Back to your positions, everyone. Again from the top. What's wrong, Mont Blanc?
Again? I've had enough of this! I was promised a starring role, Kupo! It's in my contract!
Yeah, and Hurdy has to intervene, as always.
Oh, hush, brother, before Geonomus has us back to polishing boot buckles again.
You're like, no, anything but that. Suddenly got laughter out of these guys. Yeah, everyone's got a reason to be laughing. And Corinne's got a reason to be smiling. And thus we can lower the curtain on the Zodiac Grave story. But this story is not officially done. We're going back to Goog. But why, you may ask? Yeah. Do those machines look familiar? They should. They belong to the Garleans. A whole bunch of sky armor and the people who drive them. Taking an assessment of what happened around here. And they're led by this guy on the left. Well, yeah. And if you want to know who this guy is, well, remember how we've been revisiting past Final Fantasy XII characters? Here's another one. The guy who betrayed his brother Bosch and sided with the Arcadians, Noah Gabranth. Yeah, let this end, Noah. I have no right to be called by that name. Then live and reclaim it. Sadly, when he did, he decided to go to another empire. The Garleans. Sir, further research will be required to reach a positive conclusion, but preliminary tests show that the technology utilized here bears striking similarities to our own. Excellent. Let the Eorzeans play with their bubbles. True power lies within these very walls. It appears our ancestors were as cunning as they were ruthless. Yeah. They also have this person here who's dressed in a very weird way. But we're not here to judge. A weapon powerful enough to carve a gateway to the land's very core. His radiance would be eager to test this Tartarus. Wouldn't you all agree? Yeah, the guy who tried to make us do math in the Readerana Cataract battle. Yep, we haven't heard the last of these guys. Which means, guess what? The Zodiac Grave story is not over. It will continue in Shadowbringers. The only thing we can do now is just head on out and complete what we have in front of us. Yeah, this journey of the Zodiac Grave story is not over. It will continue on to the next expansion. So the only thing left to do is leave. And so now that the dust is settled, we can go ahead and speak with Lena and end our Stormblood 24-player journey.
Well, wasn't that an adventure, Corinne? It's sad to think that we must soon part ways, what with all we've been through these past few moons. Satisfied with the city's unwillingness to turn him over to the Garleans, Geonomus has decided to purchase a permanent berth of Kugane for the Prima Vista. Supposedly, he already has received petitions from hundreds of Geiko and Gainin to join the company.
Well, that's cool.
And then there's the matter of my assignment. You'll be delighted to learn that I am almost finished. What? How do you expect one to write an expose when off battling forces of evil from beyond the void? Don't you worry, though, a few more weeks and all of our drafts. Alright, an outline. Until then, I'll stay here in Kugane a while longer. At the Raven's expense, of course. Farewell!
But yeah, I get the feeling that you and I will be crossing paths once again when Shadowbringers comes around. So, we'll take our 1,408 gil, plus 2 new songs for the Orchestrion. Alma's theme, and the staff credits. Stand strong and do not fight! And we'll see you again, Lena, in Shadowbringers. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and bring things to a close for this evening. Isabel did mention something to me, but I'm going to leave it for another time, just because it's after 11 o'clock, and I would like to go to bed, especially after what we've just been through. Before I go, though, I would like to direct you guys towards something else before you head off. I did mention earlier on this week that there is a charity marathon going on. Obviously, I'm not going to ask you guys to participate and donate it. However, the game they're currently playing through right now, and I'm pretty sure you guys will like it once it gets underway, they're just getting ready to start playing it, will be Final Fantasy IX in its entirety, and they have 2 people who will try and complete the game overnight within 10 hours. So if you guys want to pull an all-nighter and see if these 2 people can pull it off within the 10-hour time period, then I invite you to click on the link posted on screen to go to Twitch and visit the Games Done Quick channel to check out what's going on, because to this point, that group this week so far has already raised over $1 million for charity, and I know that they'll definitely make the push to go as far as they can before their final day, which will be tomorrow. So as far as tomorrow is concerned, I will be back tomorrow to give you the last of the main story episodes for pre-recording, which will of course feature the Gimlet Dark, as well as this week's Tales of Eorzea vlog. And then I will be streaming again tomorrow night. I might go and do the Four Lords final quest tomorrow. We'll see how it goes. But until then, I invite you to, like I said, pay visits to twitch.tv/GamesDoneQuick by clicking on the link in stream, and we'll see you guys with a lot of action tomorrow night. So with that, I'd like to thank everyone for watching the continuation of Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV Stormblood Live. And I'll see you guys tomorrow, because we've got a lot more stuff still to do. So, thank you very much everyone for watching, and until next time everyone, this is Matthew at Novaura Autism, saying take care, and I'll see you soon.